On Tuesday, we released a brand new tactic, the alternate 4-2-3-1 Ten Hag, and it's one that I created myself, and it's the first one I've ever done as well. So today, what better way to kick it off than to rebuild the mighty Manchester United? In real life, we are flying high. We've just beat Leicester as I record this. We've got Barcelona in a couple of days' time. We've got the Cup final on Sunday, and today I want to do an utter domination. So we're going to be simming 10 years. And even better, we've got some serious money. We've put owners in. We've got a front-end sugar daddy. So money's not an issue. The tactic is unbelievable, and I'm going to show you this. And records are broken. And we're going to be doing 10 years as well. I'm going to control the first 3 years. And then we're going to sim 7 years on its own and let basically John Murta have fun with lots and lots of money with the best tactic in the world. And Rashford breaking records. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming back. And if you've come back from the tactic video on Tuesday, strap yourselves in, because if you were umming and ahhing about getting this tactic downloaded, well, this is sure to make up your mind. This tactic is unbelievable. I've made lots of signing. I've seen 10 seasons in, so I know exactly how this story goes. And oh my God, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues. I think we nearly won a treble. We might have even won a treble. There's lots of trophies. There's 100-point seasons. And the man Rashford as well absolutely smashed Alan Shearer's Premier League goal scoring record. Over 350 goals. So without further ado, let's get into everything. First of all, the tactic itself. Well, it's a 4-2-3-1. And there's a reason it's called the alternate Ten Hag. And this formation is due with the Weghorst in the 10. He's been playing as a shadow striker recently, in behind Rashford, dropping into the 10 and linking up play, pressing like an absolute madman. We've obviously not had Casemiro either. Obviously he's in this team here, but in real life we've had to sort of adapt our midfield to be a bit more pressing. We're not really using the inverted wing backs as much. We're more using fullbacks and wing backs bombing up. The inside forward on the left is often Garnacho, so it's not quite as influential. Rashford's down the middle, and Bruno Fernandes is on the right, as well as our playmaker of the whole entire team. So it's pretty wild. I'm going to quickly run through all the different roles. So you've got a sweeper keeper on defend in goal, take fewer risk, tackle harder, fullback on support at right back, shoot less often, tackle harder, ball playing defender, stay wider, tackle harder on both centre backs, fullback on attack on the left, shoot less often, tackle harder, centre mid on support, dribble less, shoot less often, hold position, tackle harder, mark tighter. Not many. Ball winner on support in centre middle, dribble less and mark tighter. The advanced playmaker on the right wing, so a position that's not normally used for this, is more direct passes, roam from position, tackle harder. Shadow striker, which is the big man Weghorst, cross less often, shoot less often, and tackle harder. So Weghorst is pretty much going to be doing what he does in real life. He's going to be dropping into that hole, linking up the play. I don't even want to shoot him too much. I don't want him crossing the ball. I don't want him going out wide. I want him in the 10, running like a madman, linking up the play. An inside forward on the left with no further instructions. And the goal scorer, the man, the myth, the legend, Marcus Rashford, dribble more, shoot more often, roam from position. It's a positive mentality, fairly wide attack and width, pass it into space, overlap down the left, middle on the passing directness, one tap higher on the tempo, work the ball into the box and run at the defence. In transition, take short kicks, distribute to the centre-backs and the full-backs. That means that De Gea is effectively going to drop the ball and pass the ball out with his feet. And because we've got him on take less risks, it's a simple pass, which is good because De Gea is not the one to do that. Counter press, high defensive line, high press, short, prevent the short goalkeeper distribution, trigger the press as often as possible, get stuck in and step up more. Now we have disabled transfers for this first season. We've got Sabitzer in on loan. We've got Weghorst. Ronaldo's gone. We've also got big Jackie Butland. So let's go forward 1 year into the future, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to go forward 3 years into the future, come back, go forward 5 years into the future, come back, and then 10 years into the future and come back. But we're going to have some great fun. For the end of season 1, it is what we saw in the tactic tested video. So we come third place, 80 points. Weghorst in the 10. 30 goals, Rashford up front, 47 goals, Bruno on right wing with 20 assists as well. Competitions wise, knocked down the quarters of the Europa League, which is a little bit annoying. Fourth rounded by Norwich in the FA Cup, which is really rubbish to be honest, and the Carabao Cup semis by Spurs. This tactic Very, very good. Like I've said, though, it is an alternate tactic. I think you should run this as well as the 8, 9, 10 Haag, which is also on the channel. I think it was 3-4 weeks ago now. So I'd download both and run them alternate. I'd run maybe this one as your main one, and then if you need to change it up, the 8, 9, 10 Haag, or the other way around, it's completely up to you. This tactic, I think, is very, very fun. I mean, if you've been watching Twitch the last couple of days, and Josh Daly, he's been using the tactic with his Crystal Palace team. And the first game of the season, he scored 12 goals with that against Ipswich, who he was former with. So both, Ipswich finished in the playoffs. Palace, a very good team in the Championship, but 12-0 in the first day of the season was his result with this very tactic. So that doesn't say anything else. What else does? Transfers-wise, we've got £90 million, £600,000 in the wage budget. We're obviously going to come back at the end of Season 3. And up until the end of Season 3, I controlled all the transfers. So we're going to go through, show you some of the main players in the team. Saying all 2 seasons like it's a very, very long time. It certainly wasn't that long. We come third last season, sadly second this season, where Arsenal won the league on 75 points. How have we not won this league? With Arsenal 75, us and City on 73, Liverpool on 72. A ridiculously tight Premier League season. I mean, anyone in the top 4 could have won that league pretty much on the last day of the season. That's mental. I'm pretty sure, actually, I did actually look. I think, did we lose the last game of the season? No, we won 7-1. We certainly didn't lose. We lost the FA Cup final 4-1, though, which is very, very annoying. Competitions-wise, we become runner-up in the FA Cup, semis of the Carabao, quarterfinals of the Champions League. And this is where things are going to get wild going forward in how the team has done. But transfers-wise, I tried to be semi-realistic and signed a lot of good young players. So Jude Bellingham came in, obviously, because why wouldn't you sign Jude Bellingham? I did try and sign Frankie de Jong, but he wasn't having it. So Jude come in, and he's just unbelievable. There's nothing more to say. He's ridiculous. Moukoko come in on loan as well. Eventually signed him for 31 million in the summer just gone. He's also quite good, isn't he, Mr. Moukoko? 109 million spent that summer. And if you are very, very good with your eyes, you saw we may have spent 422 million in the summer after that. Weghorst and Sabitzer, both signings were made, 35 million and 15 million respectively. This is actually the first summer we got to spend any money. Obviously, it's because them two come in technically in the middle of the first year, whereas these come in at the end of the first year. So then Giorgio Scalvini comes in, unbelievable young centre-back. He's been doing very well for us this season. He was brought in to mainly be sort of a helper for the Varane and Martinez partnership and that third centre-back. He's not turned out to be that. He wants to be a starter and he's very good at it as well. Fabian de Kaiser, just a backup goalkeeper. Tammy Abraham come in January because Weghorst got a massive injury, and I was literally for some reason watching the sim go through, which I know is a bit sad. But we managed to sign Tammy Abraham. We trained him as a centre attacking midfielder, and boy oh boy is he good at it. The last 2 seasons he's been doing fairly well, adapting to life as a cam. Not quite as good as Weghorst, but he's doing okay with it, certainly. And then that was the end of the second season's transfers. Well, the end of the start of the second season's transfers and the start of the third season's transfers. All very confusing. Florian Wirtz comes in and is a player that I like very much in real life. I think he's a wonderful footballer, supremely talented. It wasn't cheap, 97 million, but what a season he has had for us here at Manchester United. The next signing was Jurrien Timber, 87 million. He is going to be our brand new right back. As we've got a right back, full back on support, I feel like it really, really suits Timber, and I think he's going to do a very, very good job there. And then we've got Milos Kerkez as well, who is a rotational left back with Luke Shaw. Very young man, but he is the man that can bomb forward, cross balls in, supreme pace, good crossing and dribbling, and is exactly why I brought him in. I'm going to warn you, this is where things get absolutely mental. So let's go forward 2 years' time. I'm going to show you the trophies we've won. Like I said, it's about to get absolutely mental, so make sure to stick around. I just want to say a massive, massive thank you. A lot of you have been joining the Discord, whether it's to download the Ten Hag alternate tactic or whether it's just to come and chill and hang out. I'm thankful to every single one of you. That link is down in the description. All of you brand new subscribers as well, thank you very, very much. Subscribers have flown up. I thought they might slow down once we hit 500 subscribers. Boy, was I wrong. Your guys' support has been fantastic. All the likes, all the subs, everything is so appreciated. If you aren't subscribed, just hit subscribe down below. It is free and it helps you out because you get to see all these brand new videos, and it helps me out as well because I know you like these videos. Let's stop waffling. We've won the brace. We've won the Premier League and the Champions League. What else do you want to win? We'll stop it here, shall we? Out for the count. Done. Joking. Obviously, we haven't done the 5-tuple yet, or even the sextuple. I don't even know that's possible. But we've won the Super Cup. We've won the Champions League. We've won the Premier League. We've won a treble. A sort of treble. Rashford, 34 goals. And I want you to keep an eye on this little tally down in the bottom right corner. 200 and... Oh, you probably can't see that, can you? Up here you can see it. 205 goals so far. Shearer's record is 260. The man is 29 years of age. I think, and I know, he's going to absolutely batter that over the next 5 years. We have won the league, 86 points, City in second, West Ham in third. Last season was an Arsenal victory where we ended up coming in second. Arsenal, to be fair, dominated last season, done very, very well. We come second on 78 points. Transfers-wise, what has Mr. John Murta been doing? If I'm honest, I've got no idea. I've pretty much turned off at this point and let him carry on. So he signed Diogo... Actually, that's a complete lie, because I signed Paul Vanna. So I signed Costa Vanna. This is my last summer. I lie. I'm not just saying that. Diogo Costa, he was a release clause of 29.5 million. We snapped him up for that. Paul Vanna, 77 million. If you have not picked this guy up yet, please do yourself some favours and some justice and go and get this absolute demon of a player. 17 dribbling, 17 first touch, great determination, flair, pace, and he's 6'2", and he's fantastic. Theo Hernandez, I wanted him when we signed that young Hungarian guy at left back. They wanted 200 million for him. So you know what? We waited a year and we signed him for 82. A lot of money still, but a fantastic player down to the left, and great for the position we've got as a wing-back who's going to be getting down the wing, crossing the ball, dribbling it, and with that pure pace. Xavi Simons coming in as the Eriksen replacement. I tried to keep a little bit of a Dutch contingency. Timber, Simons, the Kaiser. That's it, really. Weghorst. With the old Ten Hag, because we love him and we want to pay homage to him. And Simons is a great player in real life. He's doing very, very well, so we signed him. And then we've got a couple of young players in here, in Lukimi and Suarez. In terms of the outgoings, people are just leaving, you know, players that are on the edge and on the verge. We are just constantly improving. Like this season, finally Maguire left, Malacia left, Tellez left. A lot of the loan players I've sold because I'm not doing it to produce young players. We've got Qatari owners, and I hope this doesn't happen in real life, but on FM, when you've got 400 million a year you can spend, it gets hard to bring through like a Shola Shaw or Tire. I can't lie, because you can go out there and sign Xavi Simons. The season after that, though, was the first season where it was done by Mr. John Murta, and he signed Anders Borset, who looks like a good young centre-back, and Joe Scally, who's a fantastic American either-sided fullback. And the season after that, he doesn't have the same spending tendencies as I do. He's quite actually reserved. Antonio Silva, £42 million, a fantastic centre-back, and someone that I was looking at when we signed... So it was Scalvini, but I didn't want to get him then. And Kasper Tobias, who I'm a huge fan of on this game. I have not heard of this geezer until probably 2 weeks ago. And now anytime I do a director of football sim, they buy him because he's fantastic. Another young player here in Adilton Tolimento. Great striker, good pace, good finishing. And Livio Martinez, oh my God, another very, very good player there, brought in as a youngster. Hannibal has left on a free. Players are still going in and out on loan. Hansa Aaron, he's developing fantastically, and that is one player I do absolutely love. Now that is 5 years into the future. Should we go 10 years into the future where we have a, what is it, how old's Rashford at this point? A 34-year-old Marcus Rashford and a 37-year-old Bruno Fernandes, probably still doing ridiculous. They are still doing ridiculous. Let's skip to that. Here it is then, the grand finale. A Premier League win, 85 goal difference, 96 points. Rashford still scores 37 goals. A runners-up in the Champions League, which is absolutely soul-destroying. I believe it was to Man City as well, which is even more annoying. And it's 5-5, and we've lost on penalties. I'm so angry. I genuinely haven't even looked at that. That is infuriating. I hate them. Hate them so much. We nearly went invincible this season. 30 wins, 6 draws, just 2 losses, sadly. Rashford, 34 years of age, 371 goals. Shearer's record of 260 has been absolutely demolished. You might think, oh, Haaland might have broke that by now. He hasn't. I'm telling you now, he scored 363. Wait, has he broke it? I just forgot what number I said. What has Rashford got? Rashford's still leading by 8 goals. I thought I just made myself look like a right mug then, but I haven't, thankfully. And we are just dominant in the Premier League. And guess what? We've been winning it for years and years as well. Obviously, we left you in this season. We won it. We won it the season after that. We won it the season after that. City got a year. We decided to give it to them. And then we've won it for the past 2 years. And it's been absolutely fantastic. Did we get any Centurions? We got 91 points in that season. We got 88 points in that season. This is where we got the Centurion. 91 goal difference, 100 points in this season. And then obviously this season, we've also done very, very well. In terms of transfers coming in, how has Mr. John Murta been doing? He spent a little bit more money by the looks of it. I mean, a very old N'Golo Kante, Elmas, Livio Martinez, Aitor Sola, Lucas Hernandez has come in. Darwin Núñez has come in. I hate that. Get him out straight away. Kovacic has come in. Pedro Neto has come in. I don't notice any of them. I know Manuel Obiang. Is that the Manuel Obiang? It's not the Manuel Obiang. I'm thinking of the guy who used to play for West Ham. Is that Pedro Obiang? I think that is, isn't it? And that's pretty much it in terms of players we do know. The squad itself is ridiculous. Rashford scored 73 goals this season. Bruno Fernandes is 37 years old, scoring 24 goals and getting 40 assists from that right wing. He is retiring, and he's retiring as one of the world's best. Has Rashford won any personal accolades? He has won. Surely he's won the best player. He's won the best player in Europe this season. The Golden Boy. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the Ballon d'Or thing. The World Player of the Year? Is it that? Messi, Lewandowski. This got to be something like this, isn't it? The Goal 50... World Golden Ball. He's won it at 34 years of age. 60 games, 60 goals. The guy is a demon. He's doing fantastic in real life. He does fantastic in this save. If you guys do want to download this tactic, all you got to do is head into my Discord, which is down in the description below. It is simple. Click on the Discord link. Join the thing. There is a tactics button on the side, and it says Erik ten Hag, ball, ETH, Weg 10. I think the tactic is called because Weghorst in the 10. So just head over to the Discord, download that, and you can have as much fun as I've had making this tactic. You can play with it, and as much fun as Josh Daly is having on Twitch as well. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and make sure to come back next week for more tactics and rebuilds. And tomorrow, there's a rebirth. Reborn at Wrexham. I've said it. It's out there. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.